So when I was a kid, I used to wait for my VHS tapes that came with Sports Illustrated from NFL Films to learn the history of this great game and to see images like this. One of the iconic moments caught on camera for NFL Films, Willie Brown running back a 75-yard touchdown. He had picked off Fran Tarkenton in Super Bowl 11. We have lost Willie Brown. It is with a heavy heart that we sit here today and tell you that Hall of Famer Willie Brown is dead at the age of 78. Not just a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, a member of the Black College Football Hall of Fame as well. He started his career with the Broncos. He then moved to the Raiders, for whom he played for 12 years. And he wasn't just a Raider on the field, he was a Raider off the field. Still to this day, a member of that organization, a member that it holds dear. We're all mourning Willie Brown.
Willie Brown's career began in 1963 as an undrafted free agent with the Oilers and Broncos of the AFL. Brown was a tight end and defensive end in college, but was converted to defensive back in the pros. Playing out of position, Brown was forced to adapt, and did so by inventing bump and run coverage.
I had no idea about backpedaling and turning and all that stuff. So I moved up right in front of the wide receivers and got my hands on him, and he couldn't get off the line. No way you could catch a pass. And it worked out for me fine.
Thanks to the bump and run, Brown became the biggest star on one of the AFL's worst teams. But in 1967, Al Davis came to the rescue.
The best thing that happened to me was when the Raiders traded for me. With the team and the ball players that the Raiders had, I knew, hey, nothing but great things could happen.
The thing that amazed me most about Willie when I first met him, he's like 6'2". He's playing corner. I'm like, how can anybody this big run with these wide receivers? And he could. He could run like the wind, could clamp you down. Willie was the first big, dominating corner, as you see those guys today.
Brown playing up nose-to-nose with Snow. Back goes Gabe to pass. He looks, sets up, he's in trouble, runs to the left, throws on the move, batted up the air. Willie Brown still fighting for an interception. He's got it at the 30 and goes out of bounds on the 26-yard line.
Brown's rare skill set helped the Raiders become one of the most dominant teams in professional football. During his 12 years in Oakland, the Raiders played in 9 championship games and 2 Super Bowls. And while he's considered one of the best to ever don the silver and black, Brown wasn't your typical Raider.
He came from the old school. He wasn't flashy. He didn't talk a lot of smack, which a lot of Raiders did back then, Atkinson and Tatum and those guys. You respected the guy because he was a good guy. As a matter of fact, 1973, I went to the Pro Bowl and Willie had those black Raider armbands. And I said, Willie, let me have those armbands. He said, here you go. And I wore them the rest of my career. And the guy says, why do you switch to those on Elbez? I said, man, I got these from Willie Brown.
Brown had a knack for the big play. His most famous came at age 36 with the unforgettable pick six that sealed Oakland's victory in Super Bowl 11.
The play where he picks off Fran Tarkenton in the Super Bowl. You get one of the great long lens shots in NFL Films history of Willie running right towards the camera.
Willie Brown at the 30, 40, 50. He's going all the way. Old man Willie. Touchdown Raiders.
There was nothing greater than watching a super slow motion highlight of Willie Brown on NFL Films. In my opinion, one of the greatest things I'll ever remember in NFL history.
Brown retired in 1978 and was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1984.
Willie Brown, the magnificent horseman who delivered fear and interceptions upon all the great wide receivers of his time, who for more than 3 decades and in the years to come will be the standard of excellence by which cornerbacks are judged. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the great Willie Brown. Thank you very much.
After his playing days, Brown remained entrenched in the Raiders organization. For years, he served as the director of squad development and special projects. As the team's secondary coach, he brought out the best in players like Charles Woodson, Lester Hayes, and Mike Haynes, and helped the Raiders win 2 Super Bowls.
Silver and black football is king of the hill in the National Football League, and the Raiders celebration will start.
Brown's association with the Raiders lasted for more than 50 years.
Willie Brown wore the famed silver and black. He wore those colors with pride, he wore them with poise, and he wore them with class. Willie Brown was an organization man. His loyalty, devotion, dedication has a special place in the organization.
You heard Al Davis use the word class there. It's what comes to mind when I think of Willie as well. Here's from Derek Carr. Man, gonna miss you, Willie. I'll never forget when you called my name on that stage to welcome me into the Raider family for life. And that was when Carr was a second-round pick out of Fresno State. Prayers to his family. From Derek Carr and from David Baker as well. A statement from the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The entire Hall of Fame family mourns the loss of a great man. Willie Brown, the epitome of the Raiders' motto of commitment to excellence, integral in the team's sustained success. Virtues like passion, integrity, perseverance. His legacy will be preserved forever in Canton, Ohio, to inspire generations of fans.